YouTube? It's the world's greatest podcast, back with another video for y'all. And today we have a special guest.
Introduce
Introduce
yourself.
yourself. Yeah.
What up, y'all? I'm Chris Calloway.
Okay.
You want to shout out your IG?
Calloway3700. Follow me. I might follow back.
All right. So I don't know if you guys know this, but we think of Chris as, kind of like the face of Central. So, we had a video today discussing, life at Central. What is life like at Central Michigan University? So, we thought he would be a great guest to have on the podcast so he can just give us a little insight. So, you want to go ahead with the first question?
Yeah. All right. So this is a question for everybody. When it came to your freshman year, where did you come and how was it? You know what I'm saying? I feel like we all came at different moments of Central Michigan University. So let's start with Chris Calloway.
So I came at Central 2018. It was different. The black community was thriving. Central was exciting. Events were popping and things were moving. Me being a freshman, I came in there at Impact, so Impact was crazy exciting. Seeing all these excited black people and me coming from Detroit thinking that, I'm coming to a white man's land, and then seeing all excited black people, it really encouraged me and allowed me to really push myself. And it was fun. Central was exciting. It was lit. I stayed in Troutman. I was a Max Scholar, so the 6th floor Troutman was always buzzing. So we had a great time. Since my freshman year.
You mentioned Impact. For the people who don't know what Impact is, how would you describe it?
Oh my goodness, Impact is really what made me who I am. Coming into Impact, I had an amazing mentor, God rest her soul, Tierra Carter. She was my mentor, and Latif. They encouraged me that I can be whatever I want here at Central. They said, make it what you want to be. So really, Impact is an organization for incoming freshmen and transfer students to get them acclimated with campus and kind of show them what Central has to offer, and also create a sense of community. So that's what I did. That's how I got introduced to the black community, and that's how my journey at Central started.
Yeah, I came in 2019, and just like Chris said, that's crazy. Just like Chris said, it was like the black community is very vibrant. I was also introduced with Impact, and I loved it. It was an amazing experience. Like, just to see all those black people on campus, I felt like it was my second home. And that was another point that Impact is for as well, is just to make not just minorities, but people who come to the Impact thing, the event, to make them see that it's another home that they can be a part of. It was interesting too. It was parties. I'm not even gonna say parties, but it was live. Like, Central Michigan was live. The football games was fun. It was packed. Not like how it is now, but it was packed. Y'all gonna hear about the SAC later on, but the SAC used to have some amazing SAC parties. The real dorm is Wheeler. I was there. We disrespected, but just know every single level, it was a party. It was a vibe. I loved it. But that was just a little start off for what I did or what I came into.
Well, me and Elvika came in 2020.
We came through during the part of life where life was like at a standstill.
Yeah.
And when we got here, Central Michigan was a standstill bit. Like, I don't know how it was for him, but I made it worthwhile. Like, we was just joking off camera, like how we used to go to dorm parties and stuff like that. So I was when motherfuckers used to have like small get-togethers, and like there used to be just 20, 25 people in the dorm, just like, you know what I'm saying, just partying, throwing loud music. RAs come knocking at the door, turn it down. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't much to do, but you know what I'm saying. I also did Impact, so I met my first group of friends during Impact, and we've been clicked up and all that stuff. So
yeah, for me, it wasn't quite like that. I did Impact. Impact was pretty fun. My team wasn't necessarily, the most energetic team, but it was what it was. Let me see. Troutman, this is the floor I stayed on. Chris was actually my IA.
Yeah.
So,
right.
yeah. What else? What?
I stayed in fucking South, bro. Don't stay in South. Do not stay in South, in my opinion.
But yeah, so my freshman year was it was okay for a freshman year. I didn't go to any dorm parties and stuff. I didn't have a roommate, you know. Freshman year, it sounds pretty good, but I didn't have a roommate, so I was like in the Troutman dorm by myself. So it was kind of like, you know,
Man, that's funny.
yeah. But yeah, 2020 was something else for sure. Masks, everything, yeah.
Oh yeah, we still have the mask. I don't think by then when we got there, it wasn't they still didn't have like the whole 6 foot thing, right? They didn't.
I forget they did.
Yeah, they did.
I think they did.
I
My-
had-
No,
Impact was
there's no way.
Impact was
Yeah,
bad.
We had like impact. We had that was my first year as mentor coordinator. We had to literally like put y'all in different buildings. Like, we had
I
one-
remember being in class with like my peoples, and we wasn't 6 foot apart.
Yeah, but at a lot of the events we had to do the mask, and then at the SAC you only could do like 2 people to a court. It was Central during COVID was literally the worst time.
Yeah,
No offense.
yeah, it was.
Oh,
It was.
yeah. Trending on Twitter.
Y'all
Yes.
the
What
worst.
was the trend? What was
Just
going on?
basically like how there were some people that was like breaking rules and hanging out. Wayside was still open, so people was going to Wayside. That was crazy.
During COVID is crazy.
During COVID
Yeah,
was crazy. And so a lot of people, I heard a lot of people not even here, but it was on Twitter that a lot of people didn't show up to like impact some of the, I'm not gonna say the core. So people that participated didn't show up and stuff like that. It was the same thing for Safari though. Like they was trending
Yeah.
because of that.
Yeah.
Which is a sad experience because Impact is amazing. I'm telling you, that's a dope thing for anybody coming in for sure.
One thing during COVID though that used to make me so mad was when the we call it the dorms had that curfew thing at 9, all the doors locked, so you would have to go all the way
To the
around,
front.
bro. That had like to be like the worst thing they ever did. And then when COVID like 2021 they started slowing down, they got rid of that curfew. And to me, it was like, why even have a curfew in the first place? It's not like COVID stops at 9 o'clock or something. It's like, bro, I don't know why they made this like all coming through one door at certain times, bro. It didn't make no sense to us, though.
That was terrible because I personally I knew ways to get around it. I ain't gonna lie.
How
I
else? You had to have a key card.
No, you don't. Like, so for example, I'll be honest with y'all. So I had a friend who was a RA and she was a RA and I had my ex-girlfriend. She used to say she was a RA in East, right?
Mhm.
So when I wanted to go over there after clock or whatever, I would go through the what's it called?
Market.
The market. I go through the market.
Oh, the market. Oh, because it is always.
It's
there.
always
Okay.
open, yeah.
And then if she wanted to come to Sowers, she had to come to the side door.
Yeah.
I mean, they might go off, but
Yeah, the thing
Hey,
go on,
quick little-
and
quick
then
little
you
boom,
good.
boom, you good.
And then I remember I met some students who had actually gotten, what is it called? A disciplinary action because you can actually get caught on camera opening the doors and stuff like that.
neighborhoods.
Yeah, some of them actually got caught, and I forgot what happened to them.
If I remember correctly, wasn't there like a thing if you come in late too, they like mark your name down and give you like a disciplinary action as well?
Come in late.
Yeah, like
I mean-
after I swear.
Coming in late.
It's crazy.
I know it's a curfew to like when to come in, like a certain door, but like ain't no way anybody tell
Yeah,
a college
yeah.
student when to come back to their dorm. Crazy.
Nah,
Nah, that was the thing. I don't know.
Hood hat. I turned my hoodie inside out, saying since I put it out the whole night with a real tight.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And I never got caught. The only time I ever had disciplinary action, I was so mad. I was coming back from the gym, going to my dorm, and my mask was up, but it wasn't over my nose, so I couldn't breathe until I went from the gym. So I got a random email in February talking about in November you didn't have your mask on.
the same thing.
What the frick is this,
Like
bro?
it was literally same thing after the gym. It was down a little bit because I can't breathe. I got that mask on my face. I can't breathe for real. I come in. I thought I was cool. They let me clock in. Whoop, 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 go to my room. I think that was October. I got an email early January talking about you got disciplinary action. You got to meet up with somebody. I'm like, there's no way. And then like I think it was like a fine of $150 if it went through with it. I said no way. So I got my little meeting. I told bro, I said I just got the gym. He said it's fine, woo, woo. And so he let me go. But yeah, that
It used to be OD, especially during y'all remember during the sack where we actually had to wear the mask while
Yeah.
hooping too.
Yeah.
And then the ladies be like, "Oh, put on your mask," bro.
it was a lot of stuff like that. Mask 24/7 was.
Terrible.
I said that was
Horrendous.
terrible.
It's horrendous.
Terrible. I would say people look different with their mask on, man.
Man, holy smoke.
When they take that mask off, I'm like, oh, ain't no way you look like that, my boy. Put that back on, boy. Ain't no way, put that back on.
So
No, that was a whole different.
my question to y'all would be: so some schools didn't go back during that time. Would y'all rather have like stayed at the crib or
No.
come to
Oh,
Central
Michigan
still?
State did not.
Yeah,
go
Michigan
back.
State didn't go back.
Yeah.
They
No,
were all at the crib.
I was fine here, bro. I would have rather been here than back at home.
I'm
In
trying to
my
remember.
opinion.
I'm kind of glad I did come back. Because if I was at home, I would just be stagnant, man. I wouldn't be doing nothing at all. Like, at least here, I'm not gonna say necessarily go out, but I can still hang out with friends, still socialize. Like, I still
Yeah.
build my socialization skills and stuff like that. And even though it was dead on campus, there was still stuff to do. Like, they still had stuff to do. Most of it was through WebEx, but you still had stuff to do. I'm glad I still came.
Classes were still open. You
Yes,
back
classes
to
are
school.
like I had because I had to come back because of my major. Because if you had what's it called? If you had I'm trying to think of it right now, lab, you had to be on campus. So I had a chemistry lab and a bio lab. So I was here, and I didn't go to class throughout the whole week except for Wednesday because that was my lab day. So I would literally go there with my mask on, come home, and do nothing for the rest of the night or do homework or something like that. So, but I'm still glad I had the ability to go out and stuff like that.
Yeah. As someone who came before COVID, you know what I'm saying, how would y'all compare it from then and now? Or like Central Michigan as a whole?
I think we coming back. We're not where we should be, like how it was before COVID happened, but we are slowly coming back.
So when you say coming back, like, you know what I'm saying, like how was it and how are we like progressing? Like how could we get there?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think we ever. Let me scratch that. I don't think we ever going to get back to the point where we was, but I do think there is areas where we can grow and get to a level to kind of where we was, even better. Especially now that I don't know. I feel like because this is another thing too. Like COVID, it kind of brought us together too as well. Like, there's some people I never talked to prior. I'm serious.
I don't necessarily agree.
Really?
I
There were some people I didn't talk to prior to COVID, but then when COVID happened, like it was literally there. So
What made that, like, COVID rewire your brain or something? Like,
oh, most definitely, yeah. It
Wait,
rewired.
what?
What you mean?
It rewired your brain, COVID?
Yeah.
I think I would say
So-
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I would say it definitely helped get like people's adaptability skills, but as far as bringing people together, COVID, if anything, I think pushed us further apart. For example,
I mean, if you're talking about like you're talking about like the physical aspect of it, yes, but like I still like my connections with people were because people was bored, like people just in the dorm all
I
day.
can understand.
I feel like to a degree, right? So your ability to connect with the individual may have increased, like the strength of the relationship.
Yeah.
However, I feel like if we're talking about like the community as a whole, like I'll give a prime example. Towers, we know the R5, or we know that it's called the Eatery now.
Eatery now.
The Eatery,
Cool.
that's the R5, right? The R5 is where you made your friends, you had fun. It's where you made those connections with more people, right? So within your own group, y'all got closer because y'all ate together. Y'all didn't go. If y'all went down to the R5 without your homie, it's like, you feel me? Y'all might come to blows, not literally, figuratively. But I think COVID did, like, it allowed people the ability to isolate themselves. So that's why I think during COVID, a lot of people dealt with different, like, depressions and just they start going through a lot more, I would say, issues because we weren't able to connect, because we weren't able to meet up, because we weren't able to, you know what I'm saying? But from a relational point of view, I can see how they'll get closer.
Yeah.
As a community, I would definitely say, like, it forced, because you can't, for example, if we're on Zoom, I can't be at a Metabolic Change meeting and a OBU meeting at the same time, right? So it's like, I have to choose and pick what group I'm going to get close to. So, like, if you're splitting your time between two organizations, now you can't really give your all to both, like you usually can.
And I do agree with that. I do agree with that on that.
So I say, like, to say we got closer during COVID is like.
But you know what I mean, though. It's like.
Then what do you mean? I said, did COVID rewire your brain as a joke? And you said, yeah, it did. Like,
No, it did. Cause look, I'm gonna be $100 with you. My freshman year, it was a brand new experience. I came from a private high school, so
All boys.
all boys. Yeah, I was a De La Salle.
And Warren?
Yeah,
What?
yeah, I went to De La Salle. So it's like,
You know Juice?
yeah, no Juice. That's what I'm saying. Me and Juice, like we was
Come
tight.
on, Juice that cut hair.
Yeah,
He went
yeah.
there too?
Yes, he went there. Like,
All boys school.
Hey, De La Salle, hey, shout out to De La Salle. De La Salle legit school. I rock with De La Salle. De La Salle dudes cool.
It's crazy, bro.
They look crazy, but they cool.
it's we're not gonna go there because it was a I ain't gonna go there. But yes, but at the same time, like that was a whole different experience for me because like I will be straight up honest with you. Like my freshman year, I was all that. Everything was new, like parties and stuff like that was new to me because my parents didn't let me go to parties. The high school,
That's not true.
it was all.
That's a lot of joke I'm done. I'm sorry. Shout out to one joke.
Bro, talking to women was still not, bro. It was not an issue in high school. I promise you that. I promise you that. But
Hey, brother.
But like coming into Central Michigan on a campus like this, where it's co-ed and then like all these people around you, I was at parties majority of the time. I didn't really spend time doing my homework like I should have been. So when it was COVID, all that stuff was shut down. It forced me to get back on the ball to where I was previously, getting my grades up, spending time, connecting with teachers, doing what I was supposed to do, what I came to college to do, and that was to graduate, not have fun, party, because all that stuff is going to be there at the end of the day. So that's why I would say like it rewired me, because I came in thinking like, oh, I can just have fun, do this, but then I see the results. It was not like that. Yeah, literally that was literally the fall semester where I saw that and I locked in because we had spring break and we thought we was coming back from spring break, but then they said campus was closed, so we had to finish up spring semester online. So I was forced to do my work. I was forced to fix my time management, get my priorities straight. And during the fall semester, I was fine and dandy.
Low-key, I was thinking about it. I feel like it had the exact opposite effect on me.
For real?
Like I didn't feel like doing anything at all. Everything was on the computer, online. Like I'm a procrastinator. Not having to go anywhere, just I can wake up and not have to do anything. It's like I don't have the drive to do anything. So it was like literally the opposite. But then again, it was my freshman year, so I didn't have a chance to like experience the other stuff or make like the mistake of like dropping the ball or anything like that. It was just because as soon as I got there, it was straight nothingness. So like from that nothingness, it was like I had no drive to do anything. Yeah, I was just like I can remember it now, like just setting my computer up in the class and then just doing something else, like watching something on my phone or my something else. Like I didn't pay attention.
But I would say though, for you too though, like you said you didn't have like no roommate.
Yeah, I didn't have a roommate either.
I can imagine you going days without even like saying a word in your crib.
I will say my friends, I have friends that were in South, so I kid you not, majority of the time, like I was in their room. I was in there. Like there was a time where one of my friends left, and there was like an extra bed. We literally put that extra bed in the middle room, and I slept there for like a week straight. Like I would go back to my crib, grab clothes, take a shower, whatever, and I'll head back there, play the game, chill with them, because I could be in. No roommate, it sounds better as you get older, but freshman years, maybe even sophomore.
I mean, I feel like it was probably just during COVID.
I don't know. I mean, because
during COVID, like over the summertime, like when all my roommates was gone, I was finding dandy over here. I ain't gonna lie.
But you can go out and do stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like you said, COVID.
Yeah.
You couldn't do nothing. Like
You couldn't do jack.
COVID was, COVID was so. I mean, I wasn't necessarily bored or lonely. It was just COVID was stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I remember like being, cause when COVID started, that was my first year being a PA. So like I remember just trying to bring back aspects of what Central used to be during COVID, and it was like stupid because nothing was open, nothing was everything. The skating rink was closed. We couldn't have any get-togethers. Like, did we have get-togethers still? Yeah. Were we supposed to? No.
But we did.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It was definitely like, and that was my first year with a car too, so I was able to like, if I needed to get out, I could like drive around, get some fresh air.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
I don't know. I feel like for everybody it affects them differently, but definitely during class, I can remember like literally logging to class. I knew what I was doing. It was like a regular class, so I just turned my video off and played the game.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Did you? I don't know. I don't remember if you answered the question. So, as someone like who came before COVID, how would you compare? You know what I'm saying, Central from then and now, or did you already touch on that?
I'm not kind of touched on it, but I would definitely say just like post COVID and pre COVID, two completely different things. Like I think now, to be honest, I don't think we'll ever return to that, just because like there is a new normal. One thing COVID did teach us is how to adapt. So with a lot of schools closing down during COVID, I'm glad Central stayed open. I actually taught a class during COVID too.
Yeah, I was in
So
that
you're in
class.
that class. I think I'm in that class. But it was definitely like it's different. Like even now, like the fact that students can get their food and go to their room, like they're able to isolate a lot easier. And one thing that I would say pre-COVID that we were able to do, like we didn't have that isolation opportunity. So when you give students a chance to isolate themselves, they'll get comfortable, and you can't grow in your comfort zone. So I would say that's something COVID did, and I don't see how we redo that, because students now, because they're so used to isolation still, as for some students now currently, like they've never really had that true experience of, I don't know, a party or a whatever. Because even parties now look different. Parties look completely different than how they were when we first started. So
I heard y'all had the venues. Y'all had
venues, we had everything.
But I heard that y'all fucked it up for us though.
Oh, hold on.
From what I heard,
Hold on
y'all,
now.
like
No.
like places like y'all used to have this place on what in Shepherd. That said that they said that y'all ruined it for us.
I will
And
say
that
I
wasn't
didn't
even
hear
COVID
about that.
And had nothing to do. I mean, some places did. You know what I'm saying? We did lose places to COVID. But from what I heard, they said like other motherfuckers out here had fucked it up for our people.
Well, that's not the case.
That's not the
Because
case at all.
The skating rink was like the main venue place. And the skating rink
And I heard it was a big ass brawl there.
Come on, brother.
once. But there's brawls-
Once is enough.
There's
Come
brawls
on,
in,
bro.
and
It's
there's
like-
brawls on Wayside every
No.
week.
All the time. Thank you. All the
Every
time.
week is cap, bro.
There's
At Wayside?
There's a brawl at Wayside or Oak Kelly
Every week.
every week. And you can technically, this is my thing even now, like our ability to be innovative during pre-COVID was different from y'all's now. Like for example, they say y'all can throw a party in the skating rink, right? If I was still an undergrad, what I would gather 30 people and we'd go up there and we'd say we skating. But in reality, we go up there and have a
We
good
have a
time.
party. And that's what happened.
Even just like if we want to all meet up in one place and have just a big gathering and or whatever, we were able to do that because we were able to adapt and like do what we wanted. Whereas now y'all like y'all by the book and stuff like that.
Man.
So we didn't mess up for y'all. Y'all just don't know how to do stuff. But all
Because
due
we
respect-
playing by the rules?
Yes.
Yeah, essentially.
Yes.
So what
as,
I'm hearing-
as a person who literally enforces rules, as a person who
I was about to say,
I
from
sound like y'all-
That's true.
Like y'all just like organizing and just crashing this place. That
It's
has
not-
no.
It's not crazy.
it's not crashing. It's imposing your will on your life. Like Central, people don't understand. Central is what you make it.
Right.
So people are like, oh, Central Lane, blah blah blah. I dare you to post on your story, hey, let's meet up here, and some people show up. If you have that ability to gather people, that's a talent. That's a talent. So it's like that's not necessarily breaking the rules. That's just me saying, hey, while I'm here, I'm going to enjoy myself. While I'm here, I want to have a good time. So guess what I'm gonna do? Have a freaking good time. So I mean, I said our ability to make Central what we want it to be. I think pre-COVID was a little different from y'all post-COVID because like when somebody told y'all no, y'all mope, y'all complain, y'all say Central Lane. Somebody told us no. All right, fine, bro. Yeah.
Because it's be situational. They shut parties down. Bro, we just go to a different spot.
Different place.
That's all we do. And they would shut it down, a different spot. Like, y'all should be like, oh, it's over. We're going to go home now. Ooh, it's trash.
I mean, because we limited on spots to go to.
That's why you make a spot.
Come on, man.
That's why you literally like
Come
think,
on, man.
think about your creativity as a student. Like if you want to have an event anywhere, like you have that freedom.
Man.
Like, and then also when authorities arrive, people get scared. Like y'all don't know how
True.
to set up for yourselves. Like the other day, hey, real spill. I do not rock with Copper Beach at all. Whoever's
I was here watching. I watched that whole thing.
whoever y'all
What happened?
manager
What
is, he had me messed up, and he lucky he y'all manager because, yeah. But
It was
when
illegal.
he came, we were hooping in Copper, and this little white, with all due respect, this little white man came in there, and everybody started scrambling. So I'm like, yo, what's going on?
He went around the building twice.
So I'm like,
bro.
who is he? So I'm like, they're like, oh, that's the manager. So I'm like, all right, well, let's check rock. You feel me? Let's keep. You want to watch us play or something? They're like, no, he's gonna kick us out. I'm like, kick us out.
Oh,
It's 8 o'clock.
Okay.
The freak kicked us out for it. He's like, I don't know. And like, so as he
So
walks
did he
in,
come to kick y'all out, or they just
yes,
start getting scared?
he came to kick them out. When he comes in, everyone started leaving. So I'm like, the frick? I'm like, sir, like, hey, what's the problem? And he's give me this rundown. I'm like, he's like, it's policy. So I'm like, bro, show me the policy then. I'm not gonna show you anything. I told him I'm not leaving. So he said, I'm calling the police. I said, I got chat number. I'll call the police for you. I'm not afraid of police. I'm not afraid of you either. So either you're gonna explain it and we gonna come to an understanding, or you gonna like leave. And by that point, I was in the gym by myself. So it's like,
they all left y'all.
yeah, they left behind job, but it's cool. I ain't really tripping, but it's like also understanding that, bro. Like he's like, it's always been like this. Like it hasn't. Like when these people want to enforce their rule, because the same thing happened a year ago. We're playing 7-on-7 at the soccer field, and some random guy with the CMU shirt on thought he could tell us to get off the field. I told him no. Like we're students here. You cannot impose your will on me. I'm a student. Without me, you don't have a job. Without us, copper beats don't run. So like all these people want to come here and tell us what to do. Like no, this is your school. Like have that mentality. Like you can't tell me what to do. And when the police come, I'm not hurting nobody. I'm not breaking no rules. I'm not vandalizing nothing. I'm having a good time. So if you got a problem with that, chalk it up to the game. I'm not leaving.
So let me ask you this: if he had showed you the policy, would you have left?
Yeah, because that means I'm breaking the rule. But what he don't know is that the email he sent out about the pool did not say it included the gym. So I'm like, and he's like, well, it's always a policy. It's one guest per person. So I'm like, so you telling me if all of us, if let's say Nelson has 5 guys over, and we're like, hey, let's all go to the gym, and let's say us other 5 guys don't stand copper, you telling us we can't go? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So now you're making stuff. So as I asked him to explain it more, he's like making up stupid stuff. I'm like, bro, you're just making stuff up. So I'm asking him a question. He walks out in the middle of me talking, which is, first of all, very disrespectful. And then second of all, like, now you just kind of told yourself because you're making stuff up, and you thought I was gonna just fold because you walked in there, and it's not gonna happen. Same thing happened with the same white guy. Ooh, I know.
We know what you're saying.
The same guy who tried to kick us off the football field. I told him the same thing. Like, we're not leaving. If you want to call the police, cool, call them. We're students here. We have a right to be here. This isn't a private field or whatever. And then the stupid manager guy talking about, oh, this isn't at Maury Court. You can't just walk in there. I'm like, yes. First of all, this is not Maury Court. Stupid. And second of all, if I want to walk into Maury Court, I can walk into Maury Court and pay $3. Like, it's a difference. I can't walk into the gym and pay you $3. Can I? No. So like, don't start trying to make stuff up just because like whatever. So sorry, I mean to rant, but
No,
Nah, you good. You know what I'm saying?
It happened a lot on campus though with that stuff. People trying to enforce their power on this.
yeah.
But if you just be like, if you stand your ground, if you right, you can stand your ground. And don't be crazy about it. Don't be like cussing.
Disrespectful.
Don't be disrespectful.
Yeah.
Do the right thing, but you can stand your ground majority of the time, and you'll be fine.
Speak your truth.
Speak your truth.
But also be mindful of like how you present yourself. Don't be cussing at them. Don't be like
that's what I'm
all
saying.
aggressive in their face.
Yeah,
like
don't be,
yeah.
hey, bum man. No,
Yeah.
just be cool about it, bro.
Yeah, just ask for understanding.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, if they can't explain it, then hey, brother, enjoy
Yeah.
yourself.
Oh
But
God.
look though,
My fault, I got off topic.
no, you're good. You're good. Next question I got, you know what I'm saying? What was everyone's first sense of community when you got here?
Impact.
I mean, I feel like Impact would be kind of like our answer, but like outside of Impact, because I think we didn't have an option to do Impact. We didn't have an option to do Impact.
I did it. I had to. I was a Max Scholar. I had to do Impact.
Yeah, so we didn't like for me, I wasn't a Max Scholar, but like I didn't have a choice to do Impact.
Yeah.
So outside of Impact though, let's just say like any orgs or any group of friends or any.
I would
buildings.
say
Men about change. Men about change. When I got here, we had 60 people at like every meeting.
Really?
Yeah. Men about change used to be like
Where did y'all used to hold it? 60 people's a lot.
in
In the UC?
no in the same spot as it. Like rooms. That's what I'm saying. Like at events and at meetings, it used to be packed. Like at our first meeting, literally there wasn't a table open. Like we had to sit on the wall. Like that was my first sense of community because that was the first Wednesday of my freshman year. And Cyrus, who he's gone now, but he told me that if I'm not there, he was also the barber on campus. So he's like, I'm not. If I'm not there, I'm not hear about it because you can cut my hair. So like that was you're talking about a room full of majority black males who were about empowering black men. So that was my first sense of community.
What would I say is my first sense of community? Honestly, I want to say like being a Max Scholar, but that I don't know. It was a sense of community, but I think I branched more into Black Males Rock. I think Black Males Rock was the first org that I joined. So I think my first sense of community was Black Males Rock. It wasn't from what I hear, it wasn't, you know, what it used to be. But I got there, it was like, you know, a whole bunch of black men, you know, sitting here, and you know, we're actually trying to make a change, actually trying to do something better for the Central community in general. So I was like, yeah, this is really what I want to be a part of. This is really what I want to do. So yeah, I would say that would be my first sense of community on campus.
I'd probably say like my first sense of community on campus was So Central. At the moment, Jada was my RA in Thorpe, the South Campus, and like I ain't gonna why y'all laughing?
Bro, who stays in Thorpe?
Listen,
So sad.
I stayed in Thorpe and Jada was my RA. And like at the moment, she kind of like forced me into it. To be honest, like she was like me, like Jada was like my RA. Like we were like next door, so like I seen her like every day. So it was kind of like, oh, you better be there, kind of deal. So it was like, I gotta be there already. But like I actually enjoyed it. We did like a lot of events and stuff. And like during COVID, it was like the perfect time because like Southern Central was geared towards like the mental health and all that stuff, like the black community and stuff. And during COVID was the time where you could really feel like the sense of like, I don't know, pressing through the air of sadness. You know, people was isolated, stuff like that. So it gave me something to like leave my dorm to go out and do. And yeah, it was only up from there.
Yeah, I would say mine was meant about change too. I'm not gonna lie. That was like Chris said. It was going into there, being as packed as it was, seeing all these black men trying to uplift each other. That was amazing, and the different topics we talked about as well too was always insightful and very what's the word I'm trying to use? I'm not gonna say diverse, but
Inclusive.
Yeah, I would say inclusive. So that was my real sense of community. So yeah.
When you came in, was Cyrus the like head guy?
Mm-hmm.
Thought so.
Yeah.
Good times.
Great time, man.
So can you guys like, okay, Men About Change. Can you guys kind of like use that and talk about what you see now on campus when it comes to organizations? Like, I don't know. I can't remember the last time an organization had an event that was not a joined event where you know the entire room is full. So can you guys like kind of use that as like the reference point? What would you say Men About Change did that other orgs now aren't doing?
Oh, the ability to connect. Cyrus, his ability to, you know, reach people and on an individual basis. I think a lot of people want people to come to their events based off the efforts it took to throw the event. Cyrus, I think, was very pure in his efforts that his why is bigger than the event itself, which is he wanted us as black men to have a role on campus, which is why Central as a whole funked the back, let him go. But I think now we, as an organization, I think they focus more so on this event should pop because we spent X amount of dollars, or we think this or we think that. Whereas like people, I think, should have an approach of like, first, let me connect to you. I care about you as a person, right? Because I care about you as a person, I want you to grow in this way. I see potential in you in this way, right? And that community, his ability to connect to people, not just like, you know, over time, but just quickly. Like, hey, come to this event because blah, blah, blah. Like his why was so, it was impactful. It made you want to go. So I think that galvanizing attitude is what allowed the rooms to be packed. And even with other, I know BSU, NAACP were the same way. Monet, I believe, when I got here, was the president of NAACP. Same way. Like, if you wanted to, as a black community, we were strong for sure. Like, if you wanted to feel like you want to make a change on campus, you joined one of these organizations, and they made you like want to have other people come. Like, Trauma 6th Floor, all of us went to events together. Like, all of us were Max Scholars, so like we had to go to those Max Scholar events, but also we all went to different things. So like, let's say if I wanted to go to a Men About Change meeting, I'm going to invite all the black males on my floor. So not only did they allow us to understand their why, they empowered us to go reach out and grab other people. So I think that is what we had then that we're lacking now.
He explained it better than I could. I'm straight up honest with you. Straight up.
Alright, so I think, you know what I'm saying, next question I'm gonna ask, and you guys have any regrets here? Like, what would say y'all biggest regrets are? You know what I'm saying? I think everybody here is senior plus. You know what I'm saying? So we pushing them stages where it's might be time to go. Well, you already left, so.
Oh,
I'm thinking. Yeah, somebody else going first. I'm still thinking about mine.
Shoot. My biggest regret.
It's tough. I really don't
It's
regret
tough.
anything.
I don't regret any. I literally don't regret anything.
Yeah, I'm glad it went the way it went. I don't regret. I don't regret it at all. Like, even all the mistakes I made, I still don't regret it because it changed me who I am today. So I don't regret it at all.
What I regret?
I mean, to be honest, other than that, like one bad semester I had with classes, like I said, I don't regret. Like I went to as many parties as I wanted to. I've been part of different orgs. Like, I mean, they can vouch for me. I'm not the type of person to just be in my dorm or in my apartment. Like I actually went out and went to these campus events, showed my face, been a part of different things. So to be honest, I don't have no regrets.
yeah.
I don't regret choosing the school either.
Yeah, I think for me,
Man,
probably like the biggest thing. I wouldn't even say the biggest because it's not something I hang over my head all the time. But just 2020, probably just trying to find more out there. So I don't know if any orgs were still holding meetings or virtual or anything like that. But just probably reaching out more, trying to join more orgs and stuff like that. Because I really started. To me, I feel like I started 2021. So that's only 3 years instead of 4. So it's it was a year of me just being there, doing the same stuff I could have been doing at home or doing the same stuff I did in high school. So
At least for myself, I think I got laxed.
yeah.
I would say after my junior year, going to my senior year, I think I got really comfortable in my role. I didn't really get lax either. Kind of kept working.
I'm about to say that's increased all over the place
Yeah.
on campus, man.
I would definitely say a regret though is I think I could have connected with more people. I think there are times during my freshman, sophomore year where I kind of isolated myself from other people. But even then, it's there's areas where you guys might think Chris, you connect with some people. It's I think on an interpersonal level, I got it. I freaking got it. I think not talking about for example, my freshman year and sophomore year, I would go to these Bible studies. Junior year, senior year, I didn't go anywhere. I think that's probably something that I regret just because I think opportunities like that is where I'm able to help people on a different level. You know what I'm saying? I think that's something that I think I could have done a better job with. While in undergrad, now I'm a lot better with if someone asks me something, I'm more open to it, rather than kind of sheltering myself and being more closed off.
Gotcha. I would say, now I think about it, my regret was not going to see a therapist and getting my mental health fixed earlier than what I did. Because I know that seeing a therapist, previously I had the mindset if I see a therapist, they don't care about me, they just care about the check they're getting off me. And because I feel like they just be oh, I'm here listening, but they just hear and not give me a response. But it was a point in my life where I needed, I'm not gonna say I was down bad, but I just had a lot of stuff in me that I kept in me, and it was not good for my health, physically or mentally. So I was glad that I got the therapist that I did on campus. I'm glad that I took that step to do it, actually. I say that, and I'm glad that it helped me get as far as I am today. I'll say.
Okay. So I know you guys have said you wouldn't, you didn't regret coming to Central. So my question for you guys is, out of all schools in Michigan, what made you choose CMU?
I'm gonna be straight. I'll be straight with you. I hate Michigan State campus,
Bro.
I hate their campus.
Okay.
U of M, absolutely not.
Okay.
No. Western, y'all drop out after 2 years.
Shots.
Wayne State, I love Wayne State, but it was too close to home, and everything is overpriced at Wayne State. What's else in there? Ferris State, I didn't know about. Saginaw, didn't know about.
Oakland.
Yeah, Oakland. I hear a lot of stuff happens on campus at Oakland that kind of swayed me against it. And plus, it was for my major. My major was, at first, it was biochemistry because I was doing cardiovascular surgeon. But now it's health administration. So Oakland would have been good, I think the best bet would have been Wayne State because they have a great medical program, but it was just too close to home. But I love Central. The crazy thing about it is like, Central was literally my third option. My first option was Louisiana State University. My second option was TSU, Tennessee State University. I got accepted in both of those, but CMU just offered me more money. So I went to CMU. Like, I had that mindset that I'm like, it was crazy. It was kind of contradicting myself. I was like, man, I didn't want to go to another PWI campus, but LSU was my first spot. That's why I was like TSU, HBCU. I went there for a college tour. I loved the experience. I loved the culture there. I just loved it there. It was amazing. I went during homecoming. Man, so me, man. So, but Central Michigan offered me more money, and I don't regret it at all. Like, there's some things on here that I'm not really happy with, but I just feel like that's just life, period. Like, not everything's gonna be sunshine and rainbows. Like, you're gonna get those dark nights, those cloudy days. So I don't regret it at all.
Shit. I think to me, my three choices when I was going through schools, not in any order, was Central Michigan, Michigan State, and Grand Valley. Eastern was like high school 2.0 for me.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah, like
Eastern.
like I live in Belleville. And Eastern is in Ipsy. Ipsy's like 15 minutes away. U of M, I ain't like the campus. U of M is also close. It's like 20 minutes away from Belleville as well. So those are out the window. Wayne State, I just don't like downtown Detroit. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, watch your mouth.
Bro,
Watch your mouth.
oh my
You
god.
You Ipsy,
Bro,
watch
chill
your
out,
mouth.
bro. Chill out. It's not even. It had nothing to do with no city rivalries and stuff like
It
that.
ain't no city rock. Don't disrespect.
Bro, I just don't like downtown Detroit,
Watch
bro.
your mouth.
Bro,
Redo that
when I
sentence.
said that,
No,
bro, he
redo
did not,
your
he was
sentence.
not
So what's wrong with
No,
downtown?
read it.
I'm from odds. I don't know. Like, what's wrong with
like he
downtown?
said, everything's expensive and just like and like the way Wayne State's campus is like set up too, it's scattered around too.
Right.
So like that's one of the reasons why my dad also didn't want me to go there as well, because he taught very close there. He was like saying like you know how when we're on Central Michigan's campus, most of the time the students who are on campus go there, versus Wayne State is like you could be on a bus to class with like random people who are just part
I
of
see
the
what you're
city
saying.
of Detroit.
I see what
You
you're
know what I'm saying? So like I didn't want that,
Yeah.
which was also two reason why I didn't want to go to Michigan State. Michigan State was pretty big as well, and then one top it off for me, out of everything else, was the large lecture halls. Like I'm a outgoing person, but like it's something about being anxious about just walking through a lecture hall over like 200, 300 people.
I feel that.
Imagine you late.
And imagine you late too, and you trying to like
Deep in the corridor
find a spot.
lines.
Excuse me, and you trying to get a spot in the middle. That was the first thing, and then the community bathrooms. That was top on the list.
Oh yes, no.
That was top on the list.
Facts.
The whole floor sharing a bathroom?
Facts.
I visited MSU once, and I seen they had that. I'm so glad.
Facts.
Yeah.
Even though TSU had that community bathroom, I was still cool with it. We black folk, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, fuck. I mean, F that. F that.
I was more, and I did probably sound wrong, but I was more comfortable doing it with black people compared to like white people. My roommates my freshman year were two white dudes, hair all over the place.
I mean, hey,
It's
it's
just-
It was my experience, bro. Like I'm telling you, it was hair all over the place. I was not comfortable at all. Like one of them, you literally sleep like this.
Oh nah.
Whoa, like in the coffin?
Yes.
Well, how you know?
Bro, I mean, I come back from the library and stuff like that.
Oh,
He'd be like this because he was military, so he had to get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. The other one, he was in a fraternity, a white fraternity. No, they had all the people coming there. It smelled like beer. No, no.
And that was Wheeler.
Hold on,
I
hold
was
on.
outside.
That was that room though. Everybody else
I was
was
making
cool.
sure. Because
No disrespect. No, don't.
Travel, we didn't have that problem. We had
Yeah.
travel
Oh
was
my
there.
God.
Well,
But listen though.
6'4". Yeah. Okay, I thought so. The best floor.
Yeah.
But listen though. And then like Saginaw, Ferris, and all them places,
No.
OU was kind of just like,
No.
yeah. So, and then what, like I said, Michigan State, the bathrooms was out the window. And then like between Grand Valley and Central Michigan, it was just like I felt more comfortable coming to Central Michigan because like I already had like cousins and like other Nigerians that I've known throughout my life that also went here. And like Grand Valley kind of like, and my cousin go here too. So Grand Valley kind of like
Who's your cousin?
been, go ch-
Who's
Oh.
your cousin?
Oh yeah.
I don't know why you was doing that.
Yeah, I
I
forgot.
never knew that.
So
That's
Grand
crazy.
Valley was kind of like a blind eye as well. So
I forgot about Grand Valley. Yeah.
yeah.
No.
I mean, it's a good school, but like, yeah,
It's too white.
So
that too.
Say it
That
again.
too.
And then Northern Michigan too? Yeah, no.
I didn't know there.
I'm not going over the no.
yeah.
No.
But for me, really, so at the elementary / high school I went to,
Elementary / high school.
yeah,
Where you from?
Anyway, it was
Where
I'm
you
from
from?
Flint.
Oh,
Flint,
okay. Makes
yeah,
sense. All right, got you.
not Detroit, but my bad. But
All right, natural resources.
Yeah,
okay. So
Wait,
Yeah,
how did that work?
let's-
Elementary and
let's-
high school, bro?
it's like it's K
No,
through
you know,
it's
K
K
through
through
12
12.
school.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Y'all ain't had no resources to get like more than one school, bro.
Bro, what do you mean?
Bro.
Bro, there's so
Okay,
many
okay,
K through 12 schools.
All over. Yeah, K through 12 schools all over.
That's crazy.
He
But
tried to say the Flint thing. He
I
tried
Yeah,
to-
he-
know.
he-
You
say
say
trying to do it like that.
Say research.
people from Belleville, but you
Bro,
know.
we have a good thriving community. Continue.
But yeah, so basically, the school was chartered, internationally and through Central. So Central gave us a lot of their money for the charter, and because of that, they kind of like always like push like Central. I remember coming to Central in like 6th grade on a trip, and we like literally stayed in the dorms and stuff. So Central has always been on my radar. But then I got older and I started like thinking what college I'm gonna go to. Michigan State, I'm not taking 2 buses just to get to class. Let me see. SVSU, their dorms were top tier. Like SVSU, their dorms were real nice.
Actually, they have the number one dorms.
Yeah, their dorms were real nice. But
Other than that,
yeah, other than that, it wasn't. The education wasn't really there. Eastern to me wasn't that bad, but I felt like a lot of people that were in Flint were going to Eastern. I just didn't want to. I wanted to get away. And yeah. Yeah, Eastern just it sounds like everybody's like ghetto just put together, but
no, I said the same thing, bro.
Whoa.
Eastern is like for me was high school 2.0.
yeah, and it's crazy that he's from Belleville and he could say it's high school 2.0. I'm from Flint, I could say it's like high school 2.0. That's not good, but that's neither here nor
Can't say
there.
that for Detroit though.
No, because our high schools are like colleges. But go ahead, I'm
We
sorry.
ain't gonna talk about it. Let's go. Let's go.
I went to all boys.
Look,
I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying just continue what you were about to say.
I'm not-
No,
so,
you wanna-
That's,
what
I don't want to disrespect, but okay.
talking about K through 12 with all boys, but what was I saying? Oh yeah, so yeah, Michigan State too big.
I'm gonna stay.
Where Grand Valley, I don't even think they were in my radar, honestly. So it was, and Central gave me money. I got the math scholarship. I got another scholarship. Central was giving the money,
Yeah.
so I went where the money was. Yeah,
Smart decision.
Smart decision.
Shoot. So my first option, this is gonna sound crazy. So I knew Eastern was ghetto. I didn't want to go to Eastern because Eastern is literally the ghetto.
makes sense.
So my first option was Western. So hear me out.
Mm.
So this is actually crazy. So when 2018, if y'all remember, that's the year that Corey Davis got drafted.
Oh, you know
Corey
what?
Davis went to Western. So me coming out of high school, play football, I'm like, oh, I can go there.
You want to be
Blah,
like
blah.
Corey, whatever his name is.
I didn't want to be like him, but
Don't
I
disrespect.
never heard. Yeah, I know he tried to. It's okay because he's not an athlete, so it's okay.
Wow.
Don't throw shade.
All right,
Throw
continue.
shade out those trees. It's different. So Western. I was thinking from like an athletics point of view. I think I've never heard him from Central, at least at that point, like getting drafted and stuff like that, just because whatever. But then I got hurt, right, playing football, and then I got depressed, right. So when I got depressed, I didn't want to go to college no more. So my best friend, he got a letter from Central saying if he had a certain GPA, he'd get a scholarship. I had a GPA, he did it. So he's like, Chris, you just apply, call me, bro, blah, blah. So I applied, and I got in. But at the end of the year, my choices were GVSU, because my sister went there, just the comfortability. But then I'm like, and to me, palm colored people there, so I didn't really like, you feel what I'm saying? I didn't really want to go there. Plus, my sister's there, so like, I want to like grow more within like my own culture, and then also like, my fear is I don't want like someone to say something about my sister, and I'm very family oriented, and I like, I act out of character. I don't want to do that. And then my next one was UNC, just because my friends wanted to go
University
there.
of North Carolina.
My friends wanted to go there, and I just thought, why not? And then my last one was USC. USC, the reason why I didn't go there is because I didn't get a tuition waiver. So like, and it was too far from home. And then lastly was It's one more. I'm blanking on it. It doesn't matter. Central, I literally came out on a whim. They accepted me. I got the scholarship, the max scholarship, and they offered me good money, and that was really it.
It's been nothing
So,
there.
yeah.
Aren't you? I'm gonna ask you a question because we both applied out of state. Like, aren't you? I know you. Because I know I'm happy I didn't do it because I know that traveling back and forth.
Yeah.
Like Detroit is literally 2 hours away from me. I can really get in my car and go. But like Louisiana, I gotta come from Baton Rouge, which was like a 14-hour drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad I went with a home experience compared to out of state.
Yeah.
And then you're literally by yourself out of state.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, I'm very family oriented.
Yeah.
And so like, I'm glad, this stuff happened while like a lot of stuff that I've been through at Central, if it would have happened and I was like hours and hours away, I would have been like so messed up.
Yeah.
But like, I'm glad I didn't do it
No, I'm
because
so glad.
them schools suck anyhow.
And shoot.
Well,
That's it for this video. You know what I'm saying? We touched on a lot of stuff that we felt like needed to be said. And I think this was a great podcast. Thank you for joining us, Chris.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Any last things y'all want to say? Any like
Advice, anything like
advice
that.
for anybody who's watching this video, who's coming in a freshman year transfer, what to expect? You know what I'm saying? Keep it short and simple.
shoot, I'll start off. Hey, make Central what you want it to be. If you want it to be lit, be that person that makes it lit. If you want it to be fun, be that person that make it fun. Don't count on other people for your future aspirations. So whatever you want to be here, be it and do it, and you'll be successful. Like, don't let nobody tell you no. You can be whatever you want here, and don't let nobody like deny you of your fun. So if you want to be that person, be that person. Don't say Central's lame because it's lame because you go
make
there.
it.
Just make it lame. So if you want it to be lit, make it lit.
Make it lit.
Type shit.
I say really take advantage of all your resources, like all of them, even the ones you don't think of, like the faculty, like black faculty on this campus. Like really get connected to those people because they would hook you up, and also just the mentorship between them is amazing as well. I'll say that for sure.
For me, I say get involved. You know what I'm saying? If you're living in the dorms, you know what I'm saying? Don't be the person who takes care of y'all and goes straight to their dorm. Like, actually put yourself in places where you can talk to people and people can, talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Same thing if you live in an apartment. Just because you live off campus don't mean you can't be on campus. You know what I'm saying? Go to the library, study, whatever the case may, go to, I don't know, like the UC and eat food downstairs in the down under. Just be out, really.
Yeah, I think mine would be don't be afraid to, meet new people, make new friends. They say college is where you meet some of your lifelong friends. So be open to it. Be open to the, idea of talking to new people, meeting new people, because you never know what it holds in store for you, really.
I'll say one more thing too. Stay open-minded. Don't chill. Oh, bro, stay open-minded. Don't come in here with a closed mind. Don't think you already know everything in the world. Don't think you know how life is going to be. It's not what you see on TV shows. It's totally different. Come here with an open mind, please. So yeah, that's all I gotta say for sure.
Alright. And that's it for this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. We're gonna have this video coming out very soon. Yeah, stay tuned.
Thanks for having me.
That's it.